inside. Took a couple of jabs from Holmes. Kenny trying to put him back to the ropes. Holmes aware that he can be hurt by Norton. And he has been a couple of times with rights, though he didn't show it. Kenny Norton now on the move. And Larry Holmes on the move to get away from him. Larry with a quick right, but not doing any damage. He is not the heaviest of punches, which is a kind way to put it. Kenny Norton with a good left and right combination. Kenny Norton chasing Larry Holmes in the way he does, methodically, purposefully.
Larry's making a mistake toe-to-toe, definitely.
He's tired. At this moment, he has the look of a tired fighter, at least. There's that uppercut attempted by Kenny that Holmes seems open for. Notice Holmes is not doubling up on the jab the way he did earlier. Right there, he suddenly did. But he's been having trouble doing it. To get into the 12th round of a fight, the arms grow heavy. A good left by Holmes there.
Kenny looks pretty fresh from this angle.
Good right there by Holmes. Open. Norton's left is much too low. He doesn't have it up.
That's absolutely right. Norton has a tendency of always keeping that left down.
He came up with it there and got Holmes on the chin. But Holmes is now fighting back, even though he's not moving. Good right by Holmes. He scored a couple of times in this round with that right.
He better stop moving, though.
Oh, he's doubled up on the jab again. Kenny with a good left. The only thing is you get the feeling that the snap is going out of that Holmes jab. Norton's punches seem crisp and clear and more powerful when they land.
Holmes seems to be disturbed with that blood, Howard.
He's against the ropes. Now let's see what Norton can do with it. No, not then. 15 seconds left in the 12th round. Blood again in the Holmes mouth. Coming down toward the end of the round.
Good round for Kenny.
The end of the round coming up. The bell has just sounded for round 13. This fight has been a good fight. Though there have been no knockdowns, it's been an action fight. It's been an interesting tactical fight. Holmes dominating throughout the early going. Right there with that flicking, piston-like left. Shouldn't have said flicking, I should have said stinging. It suddenly looks crisp again. It was not in the last 2 rounds. Norton has been coming on over the last 3 rounds. From way back, he's come back to a spot where he has a chance to win this fight. A knockout, of course, would be the way to do it. That's what he would think. But he has a chance, we think, to win this fight. Can't speak for the judges, though. They're the 3 who score the fight. The referee with no vote.
Norton's coming back very strong, and he's pushing the fight all the way.
He is the aggressor, Arthur McCanny. There's no question about that. But he still is not doing the clean job that he would like to be doing. That left still keeps him away enough to make him less effective than he would want to be. This is the 13th round. Holmes making a better go of it. When you've been back as far as Norton was in this fight, you've got to come on more strongly than he's showing in this round. Holmes is making a good comeback in this round. That left is working for him again. Even though he's not moving laterally, he is commanding the fight the way he did in the earlier rounds. This may convince a lot of skeptics about Larry Holmes.
He's doing a great job in this round.
He really is. He hurt Norton there with his right. He used the left and right in combination and hurt Norton. Another right hurt Norton in a left. A good big round for Larry Holmes, just when he wanted it to reestablish command of the fight.
Yeah, he's beating Kenny to everything now.
All the skeptics who said Holmes didn't have it. Skeptics who went back to the time Bobbitt chewed him up at West Point. Skeptics who said he never fought anybody, and then an old man in shavers. Holmes may change their mind with this.
Holmes' right is working
Holmes
beautifully.
has really got Norton in trouble now. He's working. Norton's half staggering. He's working Norton over. A tremendous desperately trying to fight back. We're coming up to the end of the round. Less than 15 seconds to go. A tremendous round for Larry Holmes. Kenny Norton really hurt. Holmes trying to measure. Here's the end of the round. And will not go to a commercial. The crowd on its feet cheering for Larry Holmes. You can see this crowd. They knew that suddenly Holmes had retaken command. When it looked like Norton was getting back into the fight. You talk about shifting tides and ebb and flow. He's a hurt fighter physically. He's a tired fighter physically. He's a damaged fighter mentally and emotionally because of the kind of pride and self-respect that that man has. He desperately wanted to win this fight. He knows that time is running out on him. In one talk with me, he said, I am getting old. But he didn't want to lose to this man. And at this point, unless he pulls a miracle, he has the bell for round 14. This was the fight we expected. We didn't expect the drab, listless, let-down performance of woefully out-of-shape Jimmy Young. He may have killed off his own career. A man who beat Lyle and Foreman, losing to a near amateur.
Kenny has slowed down a great deal now.
Kenny woefully off balance after that miss. In desperate trouble, but still gamely fighting on. 14th round action. All of the ill feeling between the two, while still there latently vanishing in the face of the action. Each desperately trying to get at the other, but Holmes succeeded because of that left. Now on the inside, Norton trying to come through with the uppercut. This is the time, Arthur, that Larry Holmes should be moving. He's got the fight in control. This is the time he should be moving. Instead, he's giving Norton a chance to come back. Maybe it's just fatigue after the brilliant effort of the 13th round. But there is no movement thus far in Larry Holmes in the 14th round. And Norton got in a good right. And Norton is scoring.
Larry's very tired. That's why he can't fight. He can't move.
He's trying to move right now, up and down. Suddenly, in the last 4 or 5 rounds, the tide of this fight, after total domination by Larry Holmes. The WBC heavyweight title at stake. Norton using the uppercut on the inside. Now Holmes got, but right there, Norton scoring again. Holmes visibly fatigued. The legs not moving. Norton scoring with quick combinations to the head. On the inside with those short, crisp blows. That's where he's so effective. So suddenly Norton comes up with a good round. When it appeared he was ready to be taken. And go out in the 13th round. He is back with a vengeance in the 14th round. The question, is it possible in the judges' minds for Norton to have made up in the later rounds, exclusive of the 13th, the points he lost in the early? Look at Holmes. He half staggered there. He's against the ropes. He can't move. He can't get out of the way. And now he's trying to fight back. But Norton has him in the corner. Norton is equally tired. I said the arms grow heavy, but he's working him over. We're almost at the end of the 14th round. Big for Kenny Norton. Okay, you're looking Kenny Norton the last round. Slayton just told him, you win this round, you win it. I don't agree with Bill, but maybe that's the way the judges are viewing it. It's been a growingly good fight. The last few rounds have been terrific. It's been the kind of fight we expected from these two fighters, fighting for their share of heavyweight title. Did you see that? Right Norton land on Holmes. Holmes, the blood pouring out of his mouth now. Kenny Norton, at age whatever, showing what's made him such an interesting fighter.